Skoom. All right. We got red button, red light. Yeah, we got the red light.
What's up, everybody? My name is Big Skoom.
Tyler John the Don. Roddy Legend.
And this is Skoom Speech.
Opponent, Rambo, like Sylvester Stallone, it's my own script. Guess now they know when I show them I don't miss. Left hand golden is flowing, flicker the wrist. You could bet your bank on me, bet that's a flip. Everything that I embody is positive. All heart, can't take it away, something gotta give. Ain't an Olympic game, I don't play, that's on my kid. Telling lies.
Welcome, everybody. We have a very special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
He goes by Roddy Legend. Please tell the people who you are and what you do, my man.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Roddy Legend. I'm here with these two great guys. Skoom Speech. I go by Roddy Legend. Legend Source Entertainment is my company. We do everything from create music, create sounds, produce, teach entrepreneurship.
Haters doubt, look in my eyes, they ask, can I hit a doubting, but every round I win. Been doing this since young, like Taylor Townsend. Golden 24 karat, my chocolate brown skin. Everything come at a cost, so I'm an accountant. You minor, this a major. Before the show, I'm in the suite trying to savor the moment. Treat it like property, I own it. Audience, please, cause I properly perform it. You not a
all over Connecticut, in the juvenile detention centers, in the schools, in the institutions, at the community centers. So we're spreading education and knowledge through entertainment, and we're doing it just like that. And there's no telling where it could go. Yeah.
Perfect. You know, very special guy here. I'm here to pick his brain. You know, I know you guys are going to get to watch this, but there's things that I'm trying to understand from an artist standpoint. And so I wrote some questions for today. Anyone else have anything to say before I jump into them?
No, I can't wait to hear what you got to ask. I got questions too, and you know what we do here.
Cool. So my first question, as an artist, and we're going to get to this, but as an artist, what do you think that you know that you feel other people don't know? And then the second part to that is that what you're expressing with your music?
Okay, so I feel like I know how I want to live my life.
Okay.
I feel like I know that I want to live this way, I want to enjoy myself this way, and I want to progress and move towards my future this way. So that's what I express in my art. In my art, I express like my mindset.
Okay.
I express where I'm at and where I'm trying to go with my mindset, and that's what I express through the music, through each choice of beat that I pick, through each lyric and word that I put on this track. That's what I express.
It seems like you put some thought into a question like that. Is that have you been asked something like that before?
No, but it's just something I reflect on all the time when I'm making music. It's like, why am I doing this? Why?
Okay.
And even when I teach like how to create a business to young teens, I teach like start with why.
Okay.
So a why is always a big factor of why you're doing something.
Okay. I'm
interesting.
I'm glad that you said that because I'm going to circle back to exactly that.
Yeah.
My next question is, do you think someone has to be intelligent to be an artist, or there's a threshold for intelligence to be an artist?
Well, I think it just goes back to every human being has a piece of intelligence in them. Every human being has some sort of intelligence that they can lock into, key onto. You might have heard people say that before, and I think that's true. I think even children with disabilities have a different type of intelligence that they could lock into and gain some type of way to progress through life or to protect themselves or certain ways like that, yeah.
Okay, so it could be special for everyone, but it still requires a certain amount of intelligence.
Certain intelligence in that lane that what you're doing. You know?
Why is that, you think?
Because not everybody can do it. Not everybody is into art or does art. Everybody can do it, but not everybody does do it. So I think it takes that certain thing in your brain to be like, I want to do this, and I want to create this way.
Okay.
Put this here and that there. And
whatever type of intelligence that is that like a skill that could be built, or you think so?
Yeah, I think every skill can be trained. And so, but in that every training, everything takes time. So even me, I recorded my first track at like 12 years old.
Damn.
And now I'm 31, and I just recorded another track today. And the way I wrote it, probably in like 15, 20-something minutes. Back from when I was a young teen, it might take me an hour, a couple of hours to write something.
Yeah.
You know, and it still takes me certain tracks I do that with, but now I can get it to where certain songs I can write in like 15 minutes. Like,
Damn, really?
Yeah.
And I bet that gets better with your vocabulary as you get older.
Yep, and I stay reading. I stay reading.
Okay.
So.
Always read books. We always tell you on this podcast. Always read books.
You gotta read. You gotta read to and able to write. To be able to write. Yeah.
I got another question. You've probably been asked this before.
Yep.
What's the top artist that you'd want to talk to, and what 2 or 3 questions would you ask them?
Oh, let me broaden this question. I love this question.
That's a great question.
Let me do.
Thanks, brother.
Let me do dead or alive.
Okay.
I want to hear anybody, yo.
Dead or alive?
Who would you
I talk to?
And then the 2 or 3 questions you'd want to ask
Oh
them.
man,
I know.
That's a hard.
I wanted to open that door though.
That's a good one. Okay.
That is a good.
We can circle back to that because that's we are putting
if you
on
want
the
to ponder
spot.
that,
We're putting on the spot for that.
All right. I'll ponder that while we go.
Okay. So the next one I have is, and you already touched on this. Goes back to the first one.
Yep.
What do you feel that you need to talk about with your music? I mean, you kind of touched on that, but maybe there's some more that I don't know. There's maybe more that I'm missing.
Yeah, I think with my music, what I want to touch on more is the cycles of life,
Yo, that's
and
hard.
the cycles of upbringing of like human beings and how we're brought up, and
understanding that life is a cycle anyway.
Understanding, yes, of like the cycle, right? The great cycle, like the circle of life.
Yo,
how I want to touch more on the patterns, all that stuff, man. That's what I want to touch more on.
Beautiful.
And I want to get more intricate and in depth with
That's
my
a
music.
great
So be prepared to see that on some of my next projects. Like, just going in on a lot of deep stuff, and
That's
interesting.
Awesome. That's awesome.
How you clearly you're someone who reflects a lot.
Yeah.
How conscious are you of your answers? Like, I mean, why I'm saying that is because obviously you're super into music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, typically the average person, like, they enjoy music, they listen to music, and that's kind of where they leave it.
Right.
Do you think a lot of people understand that that's exactly what is being expressed in this music? It's like, oh, this is the pattern to being.
That's
in this
a good thing.
From the listener standpoint to
okay.
Into what
you know what? I thought of a song title the other day. It was called "An Artist Saved My Life."
Oh, that's hard.
And I thought about it on a grand scale of like, yo, some people are literally, their lives are being saved by an artist that they listen to all the time. Or a song that pumps up their spirits.
Daily.
It's like an artist is saving their life in some type of way, and we don't talk about that or think about that, but a lot of ways, like an artist, it can bring inspiration. And that's what I like to do, and that's what I get inspiration from, looking at art in the galleries and the museums, and I bring it back to music. And I get it from people in everyday conversation.
Okay.
And I bring it back to music, and like it could be one little sentence somebody says to me, and I'll be like, "Yo, I can make a song."
Okay.
Yeah.
I think what I like the most is like, because there's so many different ways for people to relate to things. So there's different genres of everything too. You know, so like you were saying, how certain artists can save people's lives, or well, really any artist could, right?
Yeah.
Any artist can save somebody's life. It's just about
be a jazz musician,
how you want to be and what you want to pass. Like you're saying, you know, understanding the cycles of life will be the best way to where you can hit the most audience, because you can get the most amount of, what would you say here, well-roundedness of relatability.
Okay.
Maybe, right?
Yep. Well-roundedness. Yep.
I got a good question for you. You probably haven't asked it before, but already from what I'm hearing from you, you've probably reflected on it probably multiple times.
I reflect on it a lot.
If I could see. If you were going to write a fictional...
This man spends too much time alone.
If you were going to write a fictional story, so not a real story, what would it be about? You ever thought about that?
You know, it's funny. I just wrote 2 children's books in the last couple of weeks.
No way!
Yeah, I wrote 2 children's books, man.
Dr. Seuss.
That's crazy, for real?
Yeah, that's
what were they about?
The first one I wrote was called The Humble Beast. So it's about a monster like saving this group of animals from another group of animals.
Oh, no way!
It's just a short like, children's book where I'm getting the animation done. And
it's supposed to be inspirational or something?
It's like a little bit inspirational. It's kind of like I said, how I wanted to teach the cycle of life and stuff like that through music. I also want to put that into like children's books and teach them like a moral of the story in each little short book I write or something. And so that had a point of like the monster might have looked scary and all this, but at the same time he was trying to save this group of helpless animals from another group of animals. Yeah. And that was the gist of the story. And then the other one was called like The Spiders and the Little People.
Damn, okay.
And it's about kids again being scared of like some spiders, but them learning how to like talk to the spiders and and be able to see eye to eye.
Coexist.
Yo, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm doing with those books. With
that's dope,
fictional
man.
Stories.
I like that, man.
I love writing. I actually like writing little stories too.
Yeah.
I like writing romance stories.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Maybe I'll share it with you one day. So the next question I have, this is really not about music. Do you think a hero is spawned out of revenge? I've asked Tyler this question before too.
That's a great question. Wow. I think it's got to be some type of revenge, right? It's got to be some type of get back because a hero has to be knocked down before he can get back up, or before he knows how to teach other people to get up. So it's like you got to be knocked down, and that knockdown is the revenge, whether it's against something else or whether it's against yourself. You want the revenge of doing better.
Okay.
And so I think that's a great question. I think that's the real.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Yep.
I've always liked that question too.
So my next question, I imagine you're pretty good at communicating.
Mm-hmm.
What other type of skills come from music that you use in your other life?
Oh wow, that I got from music.
Obviously, reflecting is
one thing. Yeah.
Real.
Reflecting, that does help a lot. That helps me understand a lot of things and understand people. Another thing I would say is being able to be coached. So in the studio you have the artist, and then you have an engineer and a producer.
Yep.
A lot of the times, and that's how I do it. I'm either with the engineer or I'm with the producer, or sometimes I'm with both. But most of the time it's me and the engineer, and the engineer is trying to help you make the best product that you can.
Yeah.
So with that, it's like you have to learn how to talk to this engineer, and how to be on the same team as this engineer, and how to be coached by the engineer when he's trying to tell you something that he thinks might make the track better. So that's where I learned to be able to be coached and to listen to insight that might not be the same as yours, because it can help for the better picture.
That makes sense.
So in the studio, an engineer is basically a director?
Yes.
I was thinking that too.
Engineer is like a director.
Tell him what your dream kind of is, and then direct it and make it happen.
Yeah. And an engineer is not too far from a composer a lot of times too. But then on top of that, what I've learned to do is be all those positions as well. I could be the artist, the engineer, the composer, the beat producer, or help with all that production. Yeah, so that helps me learn how to do multiple positions too, and that just goes back to me playing football.
Okay.
I'll play multiple positions: offense, defense, special teams. And I would know how each other position work on the other side.
Once you're a team all by yourself, who do you
know
need?
what I'm saying? One man army, one man band, man.
That's dope that you guys. It's dope that you brought it to the patterns of life and the circle of life, and then you're bringing up movies, because I'm really gonna get to that in a way that I think you're gonna hopefully be proud of, because someone who makes music, right? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Someone who makes music, how much of it is about people enjoying the music as it is for yourself?
That's a good question. So a lot of the music, right, as I make for myself, just really, even if I don't make any money off the music, I'm going to keep doing it, because it helps me see myself from a different view, or hear myself from a different view, and my inner thoughts coming out. And so it's I do that for me, but then at the same time, I want to be able to show this to somebody to help them understand themselves better through how I understand myself.
Okay.
Yep.
Yo.
That's deep. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, this question you kind of already answered, so we'll probably take out the children's books. But, as we just discovered here, you have, a clear message to get out, clear things that you've known from your experience that you look to share. So, other than using music and maybe now writing short stories, is there any other way you would use to get that message out?
Oh yeah. So with Legend Source Entertainment, where I want to take it is I want to eventually get more into entertainment, which is cartoons, TV shows, movies,
that's dope.
acting. I'm not against acting. Wherever entertainment can take it, I'm trying to be all involved in that too.
Email everybody.
CEOTech.com. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I just learned how to build websites, so I built myself a website. So
that's dope.
Yeah, I'm getting more into everything, man.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
So there's 3 ways we could take this now.
Okay.
if you have an answer to that one we put on ice, Tyler can ask some questions he may have prepared, or I have some more stuff that I want to go over with you guys.
Well, yeah. Well, my stuff's mainly more for, let's see, the future. I want to discuss a little bit off of the last 2 albums. Talk about the Hunger Campaign.
Nice.
You want to start jumping into music? Or
let's do it. Let me answer that one question you guys asked me before now.
Yeah, okay. Dead or Alive, right?
All right, Dead or Alive, one person I want to talk to. I got to be real. This is probably my personal gain. I would want to talk to MJ.
I knew you were going to say that.
Michael Jackson. I'd ask him about all the legalities of the music business. Okay. I'd ask him about how to do better performances. I'd ask him some stuff like that, but definitely about the legalities of the music business. I want to know his knowledge and see where he can direct me on different things in the music business and how to get paid.
What do you think he'd say? As in, you got a good Michael Jackson impersonation? What would he say back to you? Yo, Mike, I got this big question.
He'd be like, listen, man. Like, look, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He'd be like, look, man, let me tell you straight up.
Yeah, you're talking to Michael Jackson.
You gotta be bad.
Gotta hit him with a thriller right here.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, but that's me. I'm an artist and an executive, so
yeah,
I would talk to somebody who's been on the executive side of things
for sure,
on a big level.
For sure,
that would help me on any level.
When you were saying like, yeah, it was something really personal to me for other reasons, maybe than just music, I was thinking at first I was like, maybe he's gonna say Bob Marley or something. But then I was like, nah, he's gonna say Michael Jackson.
Right. So. Okay, that's smart too. That would be an artist I would want to talk to. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Because some people are bigger than music, right?
Some people are way bigger than music. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Some people, music is such a soulful thing that it goes past. Yeah, it goes past just the business. It goes past the business, and some people touch the world on a whole different.
I got a question for you. Like back in the day, there used to be so many great people. Like just whatever. Like now I'm thinking of presidents for some reason.
Right.
Or like just inventors and like Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Why don't and then the Michael Jacksons? Why don't we have people like that anymore?
Right.
I've been thinking about that for a long time.
Like when's the last time we had someone like that?
Right.
Maybe someone would say like Elon Musk.
Yeah. But like somebody who really transcends like just money, just the dollar bill factor, and somebody who really transcends that and like
who's really the people's champ.
Really the people's champ is what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's the people's champ at.
That's what we're looking for, man.
Drop comments below. Let us know what the people's champs are.
We need a new people's champ because I don't really see one out there. Mayweather talking about money. Yeah. Elon Musk talking about money. We need more than that. We need somebody.
Yeah, we need someone with spirit in it.
Yeah.
So which album would you say has been your largest success? I'm really curious.
Okay.
In my personal opinion, Hunger Games should be it. Hunger Games Volume 2.
Okay.
Hunger Campaign Volume 2. A lot of people love that project. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, that has some of the sickest beats on it.
A lot of people love that project. Yeah, it was a fast-paced project. I think
it was kicking too. Yo, you're saying mad bars in that.
I was
Hunger Campaign Volume 2.
I'm glad he said Volume 2. I'm glad he said Volume 2. Yeah. Volume 2, and I dropped Laissez-Faire right after that. So it was the very next month. So both of those projects at the same time, I think they just meant a lot for my catalog because it helped catapult my music onto another level.
Yeah, for sure.
And it showed people what I could really do.
Yeah,
and I love having that on my catalog now to show people. And from there, I just got to keep building and going further.
It's not just that front jab no more. It ain't that straight jab. He's hitting with the hooks and uppercuts too. Shoot, it was hard though. You got to look at Hunger Campaign Volume 2.
Hunger Campaign Volume 2.
It's on YouTube. Go look. Click off here. Then come back.
Yep.
Drop the link in the comment. We'll probably put the link in the comments. Yo, we'll link that for him.
Yeah. We'll have some music probably playing in the background too.
Yeah, we'll get it for him.
What about you? Got anything else?
Sick.
I got some good I want to get into.
Yeah, no, jump into yours. I'll give you some more questions too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta shout out Hunger Campaign Volume 2.
Yeah.
I want the people know.
I'm talking about like a single joint out there or something.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about what I've discovered about art and artists, and I want to look at it psychologically here. And from what you said in the beginning, I think I think you'd be proud to hear someone who's has no idea about art and music be able to step back from it and try to look at it on a grander scale than just this is good listening going down the car or whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we go. So, I think artists are expressing things that they know And when it connects is when it's things that other people don't know. Or it could be called the unknown. That's kind of stuff that we touched on already. You got to get what I mean by that?
Okay.
So, an artist, we use music.
Stuff that you know.
Yep, an artist is saying things that they know.
Yep.
And I think when it connects to the population, to people, they become huge or whatever. It's when there's a big set of the population who don't know what they're trying to tell them or explain to them or make them feel.
And that's kind of how I look at it sometimes. It's like, right, because there's always going to be that artist's lingo, right? It's mostly that artist's lingo. And then the lingo comes out.
She also had it.
It's their own personal lingo.
The 90s were just doing that.
Yeah, it's their own personal lingo. And it comes out, and then that's when people are like, oh, I like that lingo, or like, I like where it's from. And that's why when I travel outside of Connecticut, people are like, oh, you got an accent. People are like, oh, you got like, you know, and that comes from my family coming from down south too. But, yeah, I think it comes down to the lingo, and it comes down to what you're talking about, what you're trying to talk about, and I could have this same lingo, but I could be talking about some bullshit. Okay. But I have this lingo, and I talk about like educated stuff for the most part, or like just chilling, relaxing stuff like that too. So, yeah, I think that might answer.
Okay, we're gonna get really deep into it.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if if we agree on some of the things that I say, and we're going to just go step by step to see what the picture I'm trying to build here. So, we can call that the unknown as of right now, because so I'm going to get into it later, but I'll say it now. So, if an artist, whether he's using lingo or not, was talking about things that I already knew, there'd be no reason for me to really listen to it.
Right, and that's why I don't listen to a lot of people, a lot of certain people.
I bet you don't as an artist. So for some reason, there's something in there that is a mystery, or I don't know, or something. Yeah. Something that's intriguing me, and if I knew it, it wouldn't be interesting. All right, so we'll start with that. So that's funny, because that's almost identical to the hero's journey.
Yep.
And that's the stuff that you brought up in films, right? You brought up a film. You already know this. You're clearly a very reflective person. Yeah. So it's the same journey that's brought up in films. In films, right? Yep. The hero, he goes to the dragon's lair, some unknown's land, and he brings back gold. Yep. So the artist is expressing what they know from their past experiences, from visions, from interpretations and representations of how they view the world. Yep. It could be prophetic dreams that they've had, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I think art is. To sum it up, it's an artist know things potentially, and they're using music to express that. And it's funny because if people already knew them, they wouldn't listen. So on the surface level, some of that may seem kind of pointless. So I kind of put some thought into that, because like what we said, like sounds like you already knew. Yeah. Some people may already know this. Yep. And so it's like, all right, cool. I'm having a learning experience while listening to music. Yep. One question to ask is, well, why will I keep listening to music then? Why will I keep watching TV and movie shows? How many movies have you seen in your life, Roddy?
Hundreds.
How many more are you gonna go see?
Yeah, hundreds more. I mean, yeah, hundreds more. Yeah.
So the question I was asking myself when I was doing all this is, I'm like, why? Well, why? Why was Gerard and me? We've seen thousands of movies. Why 1,000 more? Why? I mean, why do you think?
I think it comes back down to humans need inspiration, and we need other people to inspire us, and then we inspire other people in return. And I think it's like a non-stop game of inspiration that we all need. To those that believe in God, we believe in God, and we get inspiration from God. And then it's like, beyond that, you get inspiration from other people around. Like, we're here to help each other and inspire each other and be inspired by each other.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a little deeper. Why? And I'm not acting like I know the answer here. I'm just going to tell you what I think. But so why? Why do we need inspiration? Or here's a better way to ask it. Because what will we do with that inspiration?
Right, because, a world without inspiration is just whack, I think. It's just the same old. And with inspiration, you get new inventions like a light bulb. You get new inventions like, like
new things have to come out of
Ferraris, and new things come out of our hands where we mold things with our hands, like, and that's
okay. Let me see if I can ask a better question.
Yeah.
Why do we? Is there a question that's pushing why we would need inspiration? Is there a question that some people have that would then say, okay, well, I need inspiration because of that question I'm trying to answer?
So some people ask, like, why are we here?
Okay.
Some people ask, like, why are we here? Why are we on this earth? What are we doing? I think it's to live and to be better and to inspire and to give thanks.
Teach others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give thanks that we get this experience. Not everybody gets this experience. How many? There's like 1 million sperm, right? And out of those 1 million, you're the one that made it.
Yeah, that's true too.
You're the one that made it to become a baby. Yeah.
Yeah, you better make some out of this life if you're here.
Yep.
So I'm gonna lay out what I think, and then I want you to agree or not agree.
Okay.
And same for you, Tyler. It's kind of choppy here. I wrote this last night, but
I know how Skoom speech works. I'm here weekly.
These are smart guys, so they're gonna pick on quick to what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So again, right? Why are we all so willing to watch these things over and over again? I mean, for example, Gerard, you know how this movie is how it's gonna go.
Yep.
Basically, start, finish, and end.
Yes.
Any movie you watch, you know what's gonna happen.
I be knowing.
Why do we watch it then? So,
to see like how it's done. To see how it's done.
Why?
Because
you're great, but why?
It's like a different way than how you would have done it, right? Everybody has their own way of doing something.
So what's the question pushing that?
Yeah.
Can you think of it? Or I mean, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
Would it be like how I would handle this if I was in his situation?
You're right, but it's still more of a general thing.
Okay.
How?
Just how I would.
At least I know you guys will agree with me when I say it, I think.
Okay.
No, I can't wait to hear the answer.
Yeah, alright, so
I'll be like, yo.
And then just to go back, I think it's the same for a song and music.
Yeah.
And work with me here, because you're probably going to object to this.
Yep.
What I'm saying right now is...
I hope he objects to this.
He probably will, because...
Hit the like button.
Because what I'm saying right now is that you know how every movie's going to go.
Yeah.
In a sense, I'm kind of saying we know how every song's going to go. I don't know if you, like, as an artist, you're going to be like, whoa, are you crazy?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I already said that to you. Man, yo, you crazy?
I'm gonna wanna win in the song. I'm gonna want to.
Yeah, right. You flex on it. Yeah. Flex on the book, bro.
Nobody wants to hear the song about the person that didn't win, right?
No, okay. I guess that's true. But people still listen to that, though.
People still listen to that because we all go through that moment.
Because it's relatable still.
Yeah.
So, still, I don't know. That's debatable still.
I think he agrees with me a little bit.
Some people like that down bad music. NBA Youngboy be dropping that.
I went a little bit more general with it, but I love what you guys are saying. So the generality I took was there's a pattern of beats followed by a pattern of words with an anomaly of beats that are different from the pattern beats and an anomaly of words that we didn't expect. And then I go back to pattern beats and then so forth and so on.
Music structure.
Yeah, we know that's going to happen in the song.
Yep.
So they're both the same. Again, why do we keep doing it? And you're right in a sense, because it's inspiration, because we need inspiration, because you want to
relatable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's still a little bit more to that.
All right.
Just building this here.
Give us the answer, man.
So I think I found the answer. As humans, the number one question we have is, how do I act?
Oh.
How do I behave to get what I want, to get my goal? The good life, the happy life, the Beamer, Benz, or Bentleys, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think since we're... Alright, so where we're going, it's how to act, how to behave, how do I get to my goal? And we will watch and experience that an infinite amount of times in an infinite amount of ways, such as music, and it will never get boring. Why? Because in a sense, they both do the same thing. They both present us with a mirror of our exact existence.
Yeah.
It's in a pattern of unknown and known patterns. What should I do so that this ends positively, like a good song, or like a good movie, or like a good piece of art? We think if I can handle my life exactly like how that song is in an harmonious pattern, then that will be good for me. And since that's so important to me, I will never stop watching it. I will never stop listening to it.
So,
I will never stop experiencing that transformation.
So that's a great point. That brings me to this point is that yes, I listen to a lot of the same music and and I watch a lot of the same movies and TV shows that I'll never stop watching. You know what I'm saying? They bring me the repeated sense. Yep,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I can't get tired of watching them.
Exactly.
I can't get tired of watching
it's so
them,
cool. I think it's so
just
cool.
Make you feel so
something
good.
about that feeling. It's the first feeling you had. It's like the girl you like, right?
Yeah.
It's like I liked her on the first day like this, and I still like her to this day like this.
Yeah. You got a specific movie that comes to your mind like that?
1972, Superfly.
Okay, I love that movie.
I was thinking of Shrek.
That's a good movie too.
Timeless still.
Yeah. Superfly 1972 with Ron O'Neal. That joint, it makes me like feel good. I don't know why.
Yo, at least you didn't say Air Bud. No. Good movie though.
But they got a soundtrack. It's the soundtrack done by one person. That whole movie.
Okay.
Curtis Mayfield.
Superfly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that is a big thing about music though, is that you'll find it everywhere, right? Like commercials, movies, you're gonna have action music or whatever music that fits the mood of the moment that's happening. So no matter where you go, it's really music. Like you jump into the car, as soon as you turn the key, if your radio was on when you turned it off, your radio was back on.
I got a hoodie I made called "Music and Women Make the World Go Round."
There you go.
And
must be true.
It's you know
that and a little bit of money.
That's not the only thing that makes the world go round, but they help make the world go round. Music and women definitely help make the world go round.
I got one last question for you
need the
that I have for the stuff that I had prepared. It's philosophy, so I want to hear, and it's for you. So I want to hear what your answer is.
Okay.
So I think humans don't really care what happens, and they care more about doing things right. So the question I have for you is your music career, for example. Do you care less about what happens, as in the end goal, but more that you do things right?
I think that I do things right. Has always been my motto of my modus operandi. Yeah, my modus operandi. Because you can do everything. You can do everything, and it could lead to an outcome, but then it could have not been right. So I would rather do things right, so I don't have to go back, or I don't have to reflect. And be like, damn, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Yeah. Oh. So like, there's times where I failed, but I like that I at least tried and I failed instead of just trying to go with the easy route. I'd rather take the hard route and fail, and then get the next time back. I was watching a TV show the other day on HBO Max about like predators, like predators, and they were like, yo, a predator fails more times than they succeed.
Good point.
Wow. Like hunting that meal down, right? They hunt that meal down. And they fail way more times than they succeed. Wow. Yeah. But when they do, they eat.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's it. And like I was watching these crocodiles, like the crocodile will wait all year for a bunch of like gazelles or a bunch of like wildebeest to come to the watering hole. Yeah. They'll wait all year.
That's crazy.
All year, and then he could have missed like the first couple times, but they're gonna come back the same next week, and then he got another chance.
Yeah.
And what does a crocodile do after he eats?
Okay, well, he probably sleeps, right? Waits?
Yeah, I guess so.
Lays up on the bank.
Oh, okay.
They do the same thing we do after we eat. Yeah. We're all laying up on the bank.
Mm-hmm. And then, so with that last thing I said, with not even just specific to your career, but just in general, and for all people, do you think it's true that we care less about, like, the end goal, but just that we don't screw something up or screw up that process?
How it's done.
Exactly.
How it's done. Right, and that's people don't care what you do, they care about how you do it.
Yeah.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Okay. Yeah, how you carry yourself through it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because people are more likely to look up to somebody that's actually setting good role model things and all that, right?
Than to look at, well, I guess
somebody just got here through chaos.
Right.
Yeah, dude, but we never look back at Ed Gein like, oh yeah, that was a good come up. You know, like people got famous for terrible things. Right. So it's always about who you are while on your way.
While on your way, right. And then the people are gonna know about that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm happy that you live like that though, because you're like, hey, as long as I'm close to the righteous path,
yeah.
Not we all. A large part of the population,
with that expression,
wanting to be a genuine person and just a good person, straight.
Yeah, that was the expression.
Righteous? What?
That wasn't the expression.
Which one?
That people care less about how it ends, and more that they just don't screw it up. That's true. I think that's true for all people.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then there's those
intentions.
There's some of those blind spots where you could be doing something a little bit wrong, but it may be just the intention, right? They talk about the intention.
The intention that matters.
But I mean, we all know right from wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody knows right from wrong.
Okay.
Let's be real.
Okay.
So I think once you know that,
I'd argue that.
Then you'd argue that.
Yeah, for sure.
A 2-year-old don't know right from wrong.
For
though.
sure.
I'm saying later on in life, like later on, by the time like you have the chance to like go to jail and stuff like that, I think like everybody knows right from wrong. Like,
I hope so.
By that age,
or at least it means something.
At least it means something to you. Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. You know the expression, right? What is it? All is fair in love and war.
Yeah.
And isn't that expression kind of saying like?
Oh, it is kind of.
Well, isn't it kind of saying like there is no right and wrong in this?
And that's everything. You're right.
But that's what it's saying, right?
You're right. I say that in one of my songs. Yeah, I say that. I say.
What do you say? I think I know what it means. What do you think it means?
I think it just means that playing a dirty game, kind of like at the beginning of Laissez-Faire, how I have the KRS-One speaking. He's like, if you lend yourself to a corrupt game, then you become corrupt.
Okay.
So it's like in that game of love and war, they both could be corrupt in a way. So it's like once you get in those games, you know that what could happen is going to happen.
Okay.
And it's like, but like for instance, war is a corrupt game.
Yeah.
So you know once you get in that, you might have to do something on the lines or
iffy, right? Like
something
there's a gray area. I don't know
but that's the game. But that's the game of war.
Yeah.
So if you don't get in the game of war, you can stay uncorrupt with that. But once you get into that game of war, now it's like, you might have to do something.
Okay.
I understand along the lines.
I understand the war part. Let's break down the love part, though.
Yeah,
all is fair in love and war.
All is fair in love and war. All right, so
which is just to make sure we're on the same page. Which is saying there is no right and wrong
in love or war.
Okay.
So wait, these are two separate entities.
Yeah.
I've been changing a little bit. So I think in love, there is right and wrong. There is right and wrong. I think in love, I think a lot of people know that. But I think from a younger standpoint, like me looking at love, I would just be like, like love is a dirty game. Like,
do you think love is blind? I hear that quote all the time.
I hear that. Yeah, I believe love is blind too.
Yeah. Do you think the expression's wrong?
It's fair in love and war. I don't think it's wrong. I think it fits a certain mold. I think it fits a certain like. I think it fits a certain.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah,
I think I found the meaning to what that means.
Okay, bet I want to find out.
So
I'm trying to understand too. I'm done with it.
So I mean, there's one thing you'd have to like presuppose, in a sense, to agree to it without even knowing it.
Okay.
Because we all say that expression, but I think technically we're agreeing with something without knowing it when we feel that or say that expression. And what I think that is, well, one. Like, you are a body, which sounds pretty obvious, but you don't exist without your body.
Sure.
Right. Where and how that body gets what it gets, like its feelings, emotions, all that, whatever that could be. Spirit, soul, God, that's part's debate. But you are a body, so which is connected to your body, or in it, or whatever. Yeah. So, basically what that quote means is, when you are in love, your body doesn't know the difference between right and wrong.
That's a good point. I
hope so.
Hell yeah. You just dropped the bomb on that one. Yeah, that's a good point because our minds know what's right and wrong, but our bodies can be afflicted in other ways to make us do something different. Whether we're angry, whether we're sad, whether we're
the body don't know.
Happy, yeah.
It's just like what I heard about someone who's talking about bodybuilding, how your body doesn't know what weight you're lifting. Like your body doesn't need to have 50-pound curls. Right. It doesn't know what it's lifting. It doesn't know if it's 40, 50, 30. It's more about like whatever.
You're training a mindless.
A
mindless muscle. You're training a mindless muscle. Yeah.
That's crazy. Just gotta be focused and feel it stretch.
Yeah.
Curl it slower. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body doesn't know, man. It's just all about what your mind decides, really. Your mind's the final say so.
So that's why I think that. So
that's why whenever I wake up early in the morning, I'm cursing.
Do you have the willpower to make your mind stronger than your body?
That's a good one.
That's what it comes down to.
That's a good one. Mind stronger than your body. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Heck yeah. You got anything else you might want to add in here? Talk about some upcoming projects.
So we talked about Hunger Campaign Volume 2.
Of course we did.
Okay, so let's go with this. What was the top song? What song would you replay the most off Hunger Campaign Volume 2?
Let's see. Hunger Campaign Volume 2. I was playing. Yo, you put me on the spot now. I blanked on all of them. I blanked the whole.
We can bring it up.
I think it's track number 3.
We got. It starts with Prevail, then Tunnel Vision.
That was my favorite. Yo,
Prevail, Tunnel Vision. Oh, track number 3 I think was Way of Life.
Way of Life. I don't know. They were all hard. Yeah, those.
And then number 4,
likes that singing one.
Prepare.
Is that one where you're singing on it, or it's a little slower? I think.
Number 4 was Prepare. Then number 5 was.
Prevail's my favorite for sure.
Prevail. Yeah, Prevail. We made that right in here. We made that beat right in here.
That beat went hard. And then you had Catch My Cologne. Call My Cologne.
Call My Cologne. That was on the first one.
First one. Yeah, that was Hunger Campaign Volume 1.
Yep, that was the favorites from somebody I know too. They like that one.
Hard. That was a good one. Go check out Call My Cologne. Volume 2 is on YouTube. Volume 1 is on YouTube.
Yep.
And
they're everywhere. They're streaming everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
YouTube,
Spotify,
music.
Amazon.
I listen to Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
That's where I stream from.
Dope.
So what's going on? You said the next one is the EP.
So yeah, the next one. So yeah, I dropped Hunger Campaign Volume 2. Dropped Laissez-Faire.
Yep.
That was my purple tape.
Yep.
That's my Raekwon Chef overly booked for Cuban Links joint. that's the one I just dropped, and all the production was fire. I spent bread on that project. So, and I was with Chop House J, producer from Atlanta, from North Carolina. He worked in Atlanta too. So that was dope. So now what I do next? I dropped that last one August 22nd. So basically September.
Yep.
So now I got September, October, November, December. 4 months without a project, 5 months January, so I gotta drop something. Real soon.
We're waiting.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop a 5-song EP. I got 2 projects that I'd have done for 5-song EPs. So I'm gonna drop one of those 2 first. One is a more faster pace. That's with one producer I met online, and then the other one is with O-Dog, the producer that I did Global Finesse with. I did Fly Another Day with.
Okay.
So we're about to drop one called The Gentleman.
Hey.
I just let you guys listen to that.
Expected March.
That's I'll say by March. By March it should definitely be out. Yeah. Nice. Give me this month, and by March I'll have something. And I'm gonna be dropping a few back to back this year.
Nice, bro.
Definitely again, and then I have the Hunger Campaign Volume 3, which I did with producer Cash Fargo from Jet Life.
Okay.
From New Orleans.
Damn.
Jet Life, linked up with Jet Life down New Orleans.
Damn.
So you got some tours on the way?
Yeah, we're looking to put at least together like a little 5-show, 7-show tour this stretch in the Northeast. Like
Northeast, okay.
Up here, yeah.
I want to see you hit the whole East Coast.
I want to hit the whole East Coast. We were planning on trying to hit the whole East Coast this year, but things got backed up. So now I just want to make sure I at least do one for up here, and then move it down to the bottom of the East Coast by like next year or something like that. And
help RoddyLegend hit the whole East Coast, man.
Yeah,
likes and everything.
The whole East Coast, man. We need
get up to his YouTube channel. Find him on every platform.
Yes,
follow him.
Yeah,
check out all his work, man.
Yeah, we're trying to spread it more. But like I said, I finally got the website done now, so now I got an online store for people to go to. You know, I've been waiting on that for the longest. LegendSource.co. LegendSource.co.
LegendSource.co.
C-O. And that's going to be ready. It was pretty much already ready. I'm just doing a few more kinks, and that should be ready by March too. So as soon as March hits, I'll have the website done. I'll have the new project out. I'll be back on social media and stuff like that. And yeah, that's how I'm coming this year.
2025.
2025, I'm not playing yet.
Looking good out here.
We got the Chinese proverbs, man. Yeah, the dragon, baby.
You know what's going to happen, man. You guys go over there with RoddyLegend, man. Show that man some love. He got various projects and schemes and everything. You'll find something you like, I promise. Just flip through the tracks to somewhere right around whatever. Yeah. We all relate to music. We just discussed that. So.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Nah, I'm glad you guys fuck with the music.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys took the time out to come
interview
me. Yeah, it was big Skoom talk. I love that shit. And yeah, man, appreciate the cigar.
Yo, let us know. What did you get? Any flavor notes? Or what is it?
What was it? This is like a medium high. I would say.
Okay. It was a Cohiba Blue.
Cohiba Blue. I always like Cohibas. What they say, broke niggas smoke niggas, rich niggas smoke Cohibas.
Hey.
So I always mess with Cohibas. Yeah, man, it was a good taste. I definitely try another one soon. And yeah, man.
We'd love to have you back on here.
Appreciate this more.
Yeah,
I'll come back on. Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir.
This has been Skoom Speech.
Was on the south side, now I'm worldwide. Bounce to the ATL, I'ma give them hell. All in God's plan too big to fail. And you can't stand for nothing if you ain't never fail. Am I shy? Well, I am all about my wins. Spell it out in plain English like Wimbledon. I'm hungry. I serve them now, I serve them again. Yeah, the taste of victory is sweeter than cinnamon. Telling lies, Cardi could try.